All right. Hope you had a good day. I had a good ass day. I was looking at my last video. He said it was a conversation with Teddy. He said, explaining how the banks rig everything, and uh, it is a little funny to me that we have this whole GameStop situation going on right now. So that's what I'm gonna talk about first. First, I'm gonna talk about how. I'm not going to go over how specifically, like the math behind the stock shorting being more than the total, float of the stock, and, how banks do that, blah, 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 how they manipulate it. I will talk about how the prices of gold and silver are and cryptos are rigged, and I'll talk about what I'm doing with my money. Am I buying GameStop? Am I buying some of these other stocks? Maybe I am. I'll tell you a little bit later about that. And three, I just want to talk about how we can spread the awareness with this GameStop situation, and how we can kind of, like a virus, expand the realization that people are now having about this GameStop situation to bring in a better world for everybody, really, and make everybody money. So yeah, how do they rig most markets? Well, it's all based on this core concept of having an asset derive its value from something that's not real. Okay. So in the GameStop situation, they rigged the price by shorting more than exists, which doesn't make any real sense intuitively. In the gold and silver markets and the crypto market, believe me or not, they use the futures market to roll over, let me stop it there. They use the futures market to sell, say, silver, but since they're selling contracts of silver, it never gets delivered, and so they're multiplying the amount of silver being traded by magnitudes of 100, say. Oh, hey, Moth. So in any given week, you could see more silver traded than is traded in an entire, or than is mined in an entire year. So, and it's not the idea that we can really have power over this is a little shaky to me. And I'll tell you what I'm buying, but it's speculation. It's pure speculation. It's risk up the wazoo. Okay, because the kind of power that these banks have, again, I've said in the past, it's not fathomable. Now, do I think that this event was something that the banks masterminded through a conspiracy to blah blah blah? No, I think it was real smart people that came up with an idea and said, okay, maybe there's something going on here. Maybe I can have a real effect in the market. And I think that's what they did. They rattled these Wall Street people. But that doesn't mean they're going to just all of a sudden stop rigging, allow you to get rich off of these things by siphoning money from hedge funds that are way over positioned in certain ways. No, they're not going to. It's not that easy, okay? You're not going to just get rich off buying GameStop, okay? You're going to get rich by understanding the bigger picture of how rigging occurs and placing your money into the best spots in a diversified way, in a way that fits with your risk level, your age, your amount of capital. Maybe you want to be a lot more risky if you're young. I have days where I lose 5-10% of my entire portfolio. I have days where I gain 10-15% of my, that's the kind of game I play. If you can't handle it, step out of the market, find a different strategy. But again, I want to build this awareness around the rigged assets so people can know better where to put their money and understand the mechanisms that will eventually push these things up. Okay, so I guess let's start there. So we have the rigging that occurs by overinflating, making it appear that there's more silver, gold, crypto, or GameStop stock than there actually is in reality, and then using that excess stock to just sell it into the market and push the price down. And when you have the amount of money that these banks have, the big banks that really rig it, like JP Morgan, largest bank in the world by assets, you can take the loss, right? And you can just roll over these contracts indefinitely because you have access to that kind of capital. And so, and am I saying that it's, we're all fucked, blah, 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 we can't do anything. No, I like this kind of direction that people are taking. I think it's exciting to see this kind of thing happening, people having a real effect on the market. But, what do I expect to happen from this? Sadly, what I expect to happen is a further diminishing of the freedom of people to step into the market. When I first started trading, they said, you can't day trade more than 3 times in 5 days if you don't have 25 grand. I said, why don't I have the freedom to lose my own money? I don't have the freedom to lose money that I earned? I thought that was bullshit. Now, of course, you get a bureaucrat saying, well, you saved the little guy. No, you ain't saving shit. You're stopping people from stepping into an arena that you want to control. That's what they do. They don't want you in this. In the movie The Big Short, the character Ryan Gosling plays. Is it Ryan Gosling? I think it's Gosling. Yeah. Not the Deadpool guy, Ryan Gosling. He says, Wall Street just uses these terms. It's right at the beginning of the movie. Just use these terms mostly so you can just leave them the fuck alone. They want to confuse you. They just want to be left the fuck alone. They don't want you to know what's really going on. And so this whole GameStop situation is an expansion of people saying, oh my God, what's going on? Oh. The banks are rigging all the prices of assets. I can't believe this. Maybe I should start thinking a little bit. And that's what this video is for. This video is for people who maybe come here saying, well, I see GameStop going up. Maybe they don't understand the dynamics. I'm not going to teach you. You can go find the dynamics about why it's going up. But I want to spread the awareness about the rigging. Okay? And so what assets... what's another example of an asset you could buy other than GameStop that I believe would provide the same kind of theory behind GameStop? The theory being that the price is artificially suppressed. Well, I was saying silver, so maybe you could buy a company that mines silver that could benefit from a spike in the price of silver in the future. And if you own the stock, you can do that indefinitely. And if you know that that's an event that's going to happen at some point, you're inevitably going to make money. Okay, even if you take a loss in the short term. And so, that's that. Now, let me step into a little bit of the speculation. I didn't buy GameStop today, but I did buy AMC at 8.14. And then later in the day when BlackBerry and Nokia were down, I bought those two things. Now, I threw in maybe 1-2% of my portfolio, nothing big. Okay, but so this isn't recommendation advice, but why did I buy? Well, Robinhood shut down their platform. TD Ameritrade didn't allow you to trade. Blah blah blah. You had all these different things happening where they didn't want you to trade, right? And these are the kind of freedoms that they're gonna diminish if we don't really fight against it. They don't want you just getting rich off of these little things, and I don't necessarily think they'll allow you to. But when I saw that, I said, okay, I'm flipping that on itself. They don't want me to buy. I want to buy. That's how my mind works, And it's not like saying I'm gonna 100% be correct, but when I put in my mind, I say, okay, I can risk a little bit of money on something to fuel a kind of movement, because that's what you are. If you believe you are the market, if you think you are the market, if you are the market, if you're a loser in the market, you're part of the market as well. Okay, but I just fuel what I believe in. I throw the money where I think shows opportunity. And so, maybe there's only a 10-20% chance that, say, they don't regulate and they allow this thing to play out a little bit, and I can close these things at a crazy profit. Maybe that's only a chance, but it's something I'm willing to take to have the opportunity to see where this goes and to have some exposure there. And for the first time, I get people saying, oh, did you hear about GameStop? Did you hear about this? Blah, blah, blah. And I get that that's kind of like a bubble mentality when your fucking dog knows about the stock. But at the same time, I said to myself, well, nobody really does know about this stuff. And so if we can if we can build up a little awareness, if we can start getting the ball rolling, I do think that maybe there's some real action that could be had in the future. But diversify yourself. You understand the game of rigging. There's so many different places you can put your money. Don't just go all in on GameStop, please. I mean, if you got like $200, buy one share of it just for the fucks of it. I get that, and I get people having fun, and it's a great way to get people involved in the market. If you're one of these people walking around your house saying, bitching about the banks like I do, you got to bring a little bit of a fun into it too. If people see, oh, seriously, this guy's fucking boring. Yeah, this guy's fucking always blah, blah, blah. If you just say, motherfucker, just buy this shit, it probably won't go. If you just have a little fun with it, well, that's profitable. I view that as profitable, because then people they pick up the stock market in the morning, they look at what's going on, and then they start drawing a lot of different connections about why the market's going up, why other stuff is happening. And the market is where so much of the power, you can see the dynamics of power coming out. You can see where money is going, who is gaining money, who's losing money. Okay, and I want us all to be winners, right? So yeah, I think that's good enough for this video. I will maybe see you tomorrow. I started school, stuff's crazy, but I'm gonna be trying to do at least a couple videos a week on topics that I like. So please like, share. I'll talk to you later.